So there we are. Let us now proceed with this evening's public participation. And I would like to invite Mr. Tennessee to speak.
It was disappointing to hear the Town Council Chairman laying down new rules for standing orders without discussing it in an open meeting, seeking opinion from members and voting if appropriate on a proposed motion. Worse was listening to the Chair breaking the very conditions he had imposed on the public at the start of the meeting. The Council is at liberty to use discretion if someone wishes to speak who does not live here, despite the Chair saying otherwise. But that person, whether they are a district councillor or not, should not take priority over a resident who does live here, and more importantly, who had registered their interest to speak weeks in advance, which the Chairman last time was aware of. I hope Conservative politics didn't play a part. The Chairman's most controversial rule was that residents could only speak on matters for which the Town Council has powers. Yet even Councillor John Clark broke that rule. In the Portishead paper, which the Council editorial states, Portishead Town Council has dual-hatted members. So I will demonstrate the only way I know of trying to explain to you the mixed messages we are receiving. And Mr. Cameron, I didn't disrupt the meeting. I said we wanted to discuss it. So with my district councillor hat on, I may also be a town councillor. I have political power. Some of us choose to withhold crucial information from the public when wearing this hat, as in the skate park saga, and sometimes from town council. In the past, councillors wearing this hat have been asked if they can know something as a district councillor, but then choose to not know it as a town councillor. In the interest of openness, honesty and transparency, I should disclose pertinent facts on important town issues. When I hear something from my leader, Nigel Ashton, or party colleagues, I should remember it may not be true, such as the process of application of consent. I should be wise about circulating inaccurate wording. I should remember I represent the residents, not my own personal agenda. I should not go to the Bristol Post with information that has no sound basis or which cannot be evidenced. I should not talk, for example, about secret development funds or conditional locations for skate parks when there are none. Now I have my town councillor hat on. I have no power, but may have delegated powers. I receive, via the clerk, important information on Portishead, and together with the other members, I can vote on issues and make recommendations for approval or objection to the district council. In the past, town councillors have discussed at length crucial issues despite having no power, including our highways, 20-mile-per-hour limits, skate parks, seawall powers, the police. As I can talk about North Somerset Council issues as a town councillor, I don't see why the public can't. And finally, I am now Joe Public. In 2 separate media articles this year, Portishead residents were told by this town council that the town council should not be confused with North Somerset Council, local authority. The articles continue. The town council, however, should represent the views of Portishead residents at district level. And I've shown the evidence. But how do you know, as town councillors, what Joe Public's views are unless we come here to tell you? Another article from the town council said, don't waste your vote. No matter what your political preference, at town council level, it is important that people selected to represent residents are those who will support the needs of the town, listening to the people and doing their best to represent the views of Portishead in all matters at district level. As a member of the public, I can video record meetings. Standing orders does not override legislation. At the last meeting, you were preventing people from doing that. When I register to speak, I would like to know if I'm going to be able to speak in advance of the meeting. You haven't answered my questions on that subject. I expect to have the same treatment as others. And finally, on a personal front, minutes record I have praised councillors in the past as well as raised concerns. However, due to the restrictions now, I will not ever address this council with matters I am passionate about in the town that I love. But I do reserve the right to speak to correct councillors and some residents when I have documents to evidence that what they have said is wrong. So I do object to your criticism at the beginning of part of the meeting, Mr. Cameron. No one said they wanted to disrupt the meeting. We wanted to ask vital questions, which you refused to listen to. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tennessee. Now, Mr. Paul Casey, representing Trifle.
Mr. Chairman, I'm sure they follow that. Mr. Chairman, I'm not really here to ask the council for anything, but just to make the council aware. We're organising a Halloween carnival in the town on the 1st of November at the Showfield, Portishead. It's a family event. It's for raising funds for the Christmas lights, Portishead in Bloom, and a third to be decided charity. We're hoping it will go well, and if successful, we'd like to make it an annual event. I thought it'd just be appropriate to attend the council, show my face. Our contact details are on the website and on the marketing, should anyone have any questions or any concerns from residents. Thanks, Joe.
And the next speaker is Mr. Jeff Hartman.
Good evening. Three things. First one, can the council explain to the electorate why they have got their hands clean from supplying activities and a skate park to the youth of Portishead? Secondly, why is it when we have at least 10 retirement homes in the area, not enough school places, nothing for the youth, no affordable homes for Portishead first-time buyers, or necessary infrastructure in place for what we have, do we need another retirement home on the corner of Newfoundland and Harbour Roads? Do we have councillors who want to put money and greed before what we the people require or need? Finally, public participation. I find it abhorrent and indefensible that when people put their names down in advance to address the council, they are ignored in the name of democracy. It is not democratic but dictatorial. Dictatorship must not be allowed in this council. If the council would like to go down this route, then the public suggests they consider their positions move elsewhere. It is a dereliction of duty and breach of rules that councillors should know these rules about public participation. In tonight's agenda on item 7, regarding public resolution, I feel that it would be advisable on resolution 32.3C2, the underlying section, which clearly relates to ex-residents who have moved out and are still on the district council, should be deleted.
The point of information, the underlying section is on the explanatory. In fact, the Councillor Jolly is a councillor.
Not a resident, sir.
And he's not a resident, but he's a councillor, and therefore would qualify. Can I
Fix the rules.
proceed to Mr. Paul Maltby?
I've stated on the form that I wouldn't want to speak, I'd rather listen to other people, Mr. Chairman. I did write it on the form.
Sorry, I didn't realise that. So the final speaker this evening is Mr. David Orange.
Mr. Chairman, Council, can I ask first of all, by the way, this business of recording, is the recording being done for the public?
Can I give you the information on that? We agree with yes, we agree with Mrs. Hennessy that it is allowed to record.
The public?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can ask,
Yeah.
if you don't want to be recorded, you can ask.
Yeah, it's not a problem, it just seems a bit sinister to me, but there we are. Since I'm abused on this Quago site, but there we are. Right, okay. Well, it's absolutely true, so there we go. Right, very briefly then, two things. Number one, thanks to the Council and Portishead in Bloom, because we've managed to provide a seat for Rotary in memory of past Rotarians, which has been placed opposite the library. We've had some very good contacts from local people, which I'm delighted about, and that was it was a really nice sort of interface with people while we were drilling holes and roll plugging and doing this, that and the other. Just good fun, and I hope the residents appreciate it. I'm sure they will. Second thing is, in order to assist the Rotary Club in the work that it does with the community, I've arranged a model exhibition, Meccano model exhibition, which also includes the Portishead Rail Group, Western Cleveland and Portishead Historical Society, Portishead in Bloom, Gordeno Society, Pendon Museum, various other people, that I'm actually running in the church hall, Methodist church hall, on Saturday, from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I would urge people to come along. It's for a good cause, and the objects are threefold. First of all, to raise some funds for Rotary, which we need to actually carry on our community work. Secondly, to encourage membership of the Portishead Rotary Club and indeed the new Breakfast Club with whom we're working. And finally, of course, because of my work with kids over the years, it's to encourage children possibly to take up hobbies or see hobbies which are not linked to computer games or whatever. It's just to open up their horizons of what they might do with their spare time. If anybody's got any questions, I'd be quite happy to answer them. I will apologise now because I'm actually in the middle of doing the exhibition. I've got stuff that I've got to do at home, so please don't take it the wrong way, but I'm going to have to leave these and run. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.